This is your Barbados Today morning news update for Friday, September the 14th. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, police investigations into the theft of thousands of dollars from the bank account of the Barbados Prison Officers Association have found that one of its members was criminally culpable for his misdeeds. The findings of the probe are contained in a letter from the newly promoted Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, Euclid Thompson, dated September the 4th, 2018, and addressed to the president of the association, Trevor Brown. Now, according to correspondence, a copy of which has been obtained by Barbados Today, the current leadership of the BPOA recently called in the police to investigate the matter, which occurred some 4 years ago under a different executive committee. But ACP Thompson's letter ruled out any possible charges being laid against the prison officer by police, even though the evidence fingered him. The crime chief explained that because of a verbal contract agreed to between the prison officer and the then executive committee for him to repay the money owed and a subsequent decision to write off all debts, it would not have been shrewd for the police to charge him.
I had an in-depth look at the matter, and I'm satisfied from what is written that is there anything that can be done other than what you said outlined. You see, the matter could have taken a different turn if certain things were done, but because of a particular situation that developed, then our investigation had to come to an end.
However, current Prison Officers Association has hired a lawyer to pursue the case in a private capacity with a view to having their colleague prosecuted. In other news now, with a proposal by government to introduce a 24-hour health service at polyclinics, adding to a series of grievances to be resolved, two organizations appear to be clamoring for the undivided attention of Minister of Health Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostick as the official bargaining agent of nurses in Barbados. Now, a decision by the National Union of Public Workers to call a meeting with nurses on Wednesday to discuss a range of issues, including the 24-hour system, is not sitting well with the Barbados Nurses Association President, Joanna Waterman, who is contending that her organization is a true representative body.
That Barbados Nurses Association is the representative body for nurses since 1992. Not only are we the professional body, but we are the union for the majority bulk of nurses in Barbados. And with that in mind, we have met with the minister 2 weeks ago, where we represented the cadre of nurses who are being impacted by the extended hours. That is specifically Randall Phillips Polyclinic, as well as Vincent Scott Polyclinics. We canvassed their views before we went to the minister's meeting 2 weeks ago.
However, General Secretary of the National Union of Public Workers, Ralston Smith, is also claiming that her union is the representative body for nurses and would continue to fight for them no matter what.
So most of the benefits that nurses have came as a result of the NEPW representation over the years. So I don't have nothing to apologize to the Nurses Association for. We will continue to represent the nurses, and I know we have the majority nurses, so I don't have no case to fight with the BNA or whatever.
Parents were sent a strong warning from the bench not to take matters into their own hands on issues involving their children on school premises. District A Magistrate Christy Coffey Sargent yesterday issued the caution after 26-year-old mother of four, Shamika Prescott, admitted to entering her son's primary school classroom during a morning lesson and hitting another 9-year-old boy on the head. The magistrate granted Prescott $10,000 bail on the grounds that she had pleaded guilty to all the charges, was a single parent, had 4 children, and was not known to the court. Meanwhile, the union representing the nation's primary school teachers revealed that a similar incident had occurred at a rural school yesterday, noting that it was disturbed by the absence of security service at some schools.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
BIT's Central Bank Meets Blockchain Conference is the only conference in the world that brings together regulators, governments, and private entities to discuss how they might work together using blockchain to make a positive impact on the lives of the people in the Caribbean.
We are so proud to host this forum, which allows for constructive dialogue and engagement because it recognizes the transformative potential of distributed ledger technology and the work that BIT is doing in the region.
Blockchain technology has the power to address the demand for easier and real-time KYC solutions while improving overall KYC standards. With the advent of digital currency, these AML solutions can strengthen compliance like never before.
We have an excellent lineup of speakers, including our keynote speaker, the Honorable Mia Mottley, Prime Minister of Barbados, the Honorable Alden McLaughlin, Premier of the Cayman Islands, Dr. Jack Meaning, economist from the Bank of England, Therese Turner-Jones, the General Manager for the Caribbean Division of the IDB, and many more noteworthy speakers who you don't want to miss.
The Inter-American Development Bank supports this event and is our platinum sponsor. We're so grateful to them for their support and acknowledgement of our work.
We hope you can join us on September the 18th, 2018 at the Hilton Barbados Resort to hear what leaders in the region and in the blockchain space have to say about the role of blockchain technology in promoting social inclusion, financial empowerment and economic growth for this and future generations. See you there.
Welcome back with news from the region now. The Jamaica government says it's going to introduce measures shortly that will improve the air quality around the capital and deal with the 1.5 million tires that are in Riverton City Dump. This was announced by Minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Darrell Vaz.
New arrangements for the disposal of tires, which will include the shredding of those tires. And those negotiations continue. It will be a PPP, and we are looking forward to working.
Mr. Vaz said as soon as that is concluded, it will go to Cabinet, after which a definitive announcement will be made.
So some of them take a little longer because you don't want to put a Band-Aid on it for it never to be dealt with once and for all. What we are looking is for holistic solutions to deal with these issues that have been nagging and burning for decades.
And on the international scene, more than 4 million people in the Philippines are in the path of destructive typhoon-force winds caused by Super Typhoon Mangkhut. More in this report from the CNN.
The Super Typhoon isn't expected to hit Hong Kong and Macau and southern China until Saturday, Sunday, so we're at least 48 hours out. Northern Philippines, Luzon, is likely to be hit in the latter part of the day on Friday. And that is where the most powerful winds could hit hard, with winds that the CNN Weather Service is predicting of up to 180 miles per hour. That's 285 kilometers per hour. A larger storm system, really, than Hurricane Florence hitting the eastern seaboard of the U.S., but perhaps more fortunate is that the storm is expected to be moving at a faster speed, so there will be less time for rain to accumulate, and it is also expected to hit lower population density areas, unlike the storm that's about to hit the east coast of the U.S. That said, it is, according to our experts, quote, bigger, stronger, more dangerous than Florence.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We are also on Izumi Media Inbox terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.